Hi guys, this week I'm going to give you some tips to help you out of the bunker. Okay, typically what I tend to see with one-to-one lessons is that people get the club working too shallow. So what I mean by too shallow is the club works too flat and close to the ground, and that typically tends to happen when people are trying to lift the ball out. Yeah, they try and scoop it, which throws the club down to be closer to the ground sooner, which means they either catch too much sand or they catch the ground, depending on the condition of the bunker. They'll catch the bunker first and then the ball on the up, which causes a bit less of a drop kick. Okay, so playing out a bunker is quite unique in comparison to some other areas of the course, because typically when we're playing on the course we're always focused on getting that ball first contact. Okay, but within the bunker we're not. We're focusing on where we're trying to make an entry point for the sand, and that's a very easy concept for people to do, which is going to help their bunker game very quickly. Okay, a lot of people are very quick to try and get that ball first, and they're trying to sort of get the ball and scoop under it, that it causes all kinds of inconsistencies. So obviously this isn't something you could maybe do when playing on the course, but when you're practicing, I like drawing a line in the sand about a ball behind. Okay, and that's all I'm focused on when I'm actually hitting the shot. I'm not focused on the ball, I'm not focused on how close I'm trying to hit the ball. I'm focused on hitting my line. Okay, and then in terms of how we're going to hit the sand, we need that club to be working down, so we can get down behind the ball, under it, and that's going to help lift it up. Okay, so we can do that through a couple of different things. Okay, so setup wise, we can be nice and wide in our feet, and we want our ball position to be in line with our left heel. Okay, so having it in line with our left heel is going to help work that club in a steeper motion, which can help us make our entry point behind the ball. Okay, so obviously we've got a line for our ball position here, and we're trying to make contact with the sand just behind it. Okay, so that's going to help once. Okay, then in terms of how we're setting up in our weight distribution, I want you to almost feel like you've got all the weight on your left foot. I tend to get people sometimes hitting bunker shots where they'll completely drop the right foot back and they'll have all the weight on their left foot, and that's how much that needs to be there. That's going to encourage that club to work steeper, which is going to make it easier for us to hit our entry point in the sand, and that's going to help it make it easy for us to control how the ball comes out. Okay, so let's go for number 3. So same again, like I'm saying. So we'll draw a line in for our ball position. Okay, we're going to draw a line in behind the ball for where we want to make entrance with the sand. I'm going wide with our feet, or wide with my feet, and I'm pretty much putting all my weight on my left side. I'd say a good way you can get that feeling is sometimes by like banking in your right foot like this. Okay, so then depending on how far we want to hit it is going to depend on how much we open the club face. Okay, so if we want a short shot, I'm going to open the club face quite a lot, and it's set up exactly the same. I'm actually going to bank in that right foot to exaggerate it. Club face is really open. So now all I'm focused on is hitting that line and getting that club working down, under the sand, and up out the other side. Okay, not too bad. And we can look sort of in the sand sort of for indicators of where I've made contact. So entry point was perfect, stayed under the ball until after, and you could hear the strike that's in that sound that the club is being used how it should be. Okay, so then in an instance where I want to play a longer shot, so let's go for number 9. Okay, I'm going to be doing exactly the same. So ball position inside my left heel, ball position or impact position we'll call, is going to be more towards the middle of our stance. And all I'm going to do is just open the club face maybe 10 degrees. Setup's going to be exactly the same. I'm going to bank in that right foot again, and I'm going to focus on hitting that point again. I'm not even looking at the ball. Focus on hitting the sand, staying under the sand. It'll come out the other side. Okay, give that a go next time you're out on the course or when you're practicing, and let me know how you go.